Okay, so now we know that you know how to set your intention and to be very clear about what it is that your soul is calling you to. And you know how to manage that background noise and those things that try to distract you, that are just there, maybe even in the background that you weren't aware of. So now there's only one thing between you and that goal that you have, that calling that you hear. And that one thing is you. As a human being, there are three things that all of us are conditioned to prioritize and put ahead of even the things we want so badly. And I call it the fog. And we're going to talk about each of these in a different lesson in this module. The first one, the F, is fear. We are conditioned not to take on anything that we can't 100% predict. We are afraid of what might happen. And the stories that we tell keep us from diving in, jumping in, and taking on what we know we want. We're going to look at in the chapter or the lesson called Fearing Fear Itself. We're going to look more at that. Then we're going to look at the O. The O is obligation. Tell me if you've ever heard yourself say this. I can't do that because I have to, whatever that is. What are these obligations that you believe are keeping you from this thing that your truest soul and heart are telling you you're supposed to be doing? What are these obligations? Are they really obligations or are they excuses? How real are they? We're going to look at that in our obligation lesson. And finally, the G, this is a big one. The G is for guilt. And guilt is all about things that we've done in the past or experienced or saw that has convinced you, me, all of us, we're unworthy. That we can't or shouldn't have what really is calling to us. It's not true. And we have certain mechanisms in place that just keep it true and keep it in place so that we prioritize that guilt and that feeling of unworthiness over what our soul is calling us to do. Here's the really cool thing about that. Your soul is not going to be defined by yours or anyone else's failures. So we're about to clear the fog. Let's get to it. I'll see you in the next lesson, Fearing Fear Itself.